Hello there once again, everyone. Original Blood Ace back again. And it's been a very, very, very long time, it seems, since I did a last serious video. Uh, and I didn't expect to do anything like this. It just kind of came up out of fucking nowhere, out of left field. And if you don't know who the guy in the picture is, Toby Turner, aka Tobuscus, a YouTuber. One of the most well-known ones. Now, his popularity might have dipped quite a bit down over the past while because he took about a year off, it seemed, where he just was hardly doing anything. Now, some huge accusations have come across today, or was it yesterday? I don't even know. Recently, anyway, about Mr. Toby Turner. So, apparently, a girl he dated way back, 5 or more years ago, has come out now and pulled the old rape card. Huh. So I thought, I'm going to do a video talking about this. Now, I've seen other people's videos. I've, done a little bit of research, looking into it, looking into, different people's sides of the story, even people who knew or worked with Toby. Now, of course, there's might be some truths to some things they say, and there's some things where you gotta question it. Now, before I get into this, I will say, back in my teen years or so, when I was like, I don't know, what would I have been, 17 or so, I was a huge fan of Tobuscus. I watched his videos every goddamn day. Was a huge fan. I still am a big fan of the guy. I just don't really watch his stuff anymore because he doesn't really do much of anything that I care for. But this sure came out of nowhere. This seems to be, we live in a day and age where social justice warriors or feminazis or extreme feminists love to pull the rape card or any kind of defaming phrase out of their pocket anytime they feel that they can launch themselves into being more popular or, easily gaining controversy or being in the spotlight. Because that's what so many, whether you agree with it or not, the fact is, the human race, even if you deny it, there's a part deep down in your brain that you want to be in the spotlight, even if it's not for very long. You want to at least taste it. And with the day and age we're in with social media, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, whatever, it's bigger and easier than ever to be able to throw around accusations and to be able to try and get away with it and to screw other people over to benefit your own goddamn life. Now, there might be a hint of bias in this video, because I've been a fan of Tobuscus, but I'm going to try and keep it in check, and I'm just going to go over my thoughts. So, the girl in question, April Skywalker, you can see her Twitter picture. First of all, Skywalker, really? I know you're a fan of Star Wars, but that's kind of defaming the Star Wars franchise, being a little bitch and a social justice warrior and giving away what I believe to be false accusations. Either way, she claimed a number of things, ranging from rape to being uncomfortable around him, which, let's be brutally honest, being uncomfortable around someone is not a goddamn crime. That's just you being like, I don't know how to feel. That's just you being unsure of a situation. If you can't make up your mind to be like, well, maybe I don't really like this guy, then leave! Straightforward, simple as that. Anyway, other accusations, what was there? Emotional abuse, I believe, was another one, which that is such an easy thing for girls to pull because, in general, like DNA shows that the females of the species are the emotional ones. So it's really, really easy for them to pull that. When a guy could say the most random thing off the top of his head, and a girl would get upset and offended by it. It's just hardwired into their brains. I don't give a shit if you think this is me being sexist or something. It's the fucking truth. Not all females, but there's a lot. It's like the question, do I look fat in this? You can't win that. No matter what you say, they're going to get upset. And they're going to get mad at you. Anyway, that's a little off topic. The point is back to Toby. So he did a video showing his, well, I'll just insert it here.
A person I dated a few years ago has just made some extremely serious, false accusations about me. And I want to be crystal clear. I've never done anything without her consent. I've never tried to trick her into anything. I read her Tumblr post and I was shocked and I was hurt. These allegations are absolutely false. I just wanted to address it. That's all.
So as you can see, Toby flat out denies all accusations. And this isn't the first, and it won't be the last time that someone famous gets accused of something. If we look back, in the recent decade, we've had Michael Jackson with all of his phony accusations, which was proven to be the case. Then we had not Michael Jackson, I just said that. Bill Cosby, was that last year or 2 years ago now? I can't even remember about that. And now, Toby Turner. There will not be, a stop to this. There will be more people who want to try and tear down people who are popular, successful, rich, yada, yada, yada. Look at Donald Trump. Look at all the people that bash him. Everyone says Donald Trump doesn't hate or doesn't respect women, And has anyone accused Donald Trump of raping them? No. If you want to go after someone and tear down them, there you go. But then again, I guess Donald Trump has so much money that he would just make sure you disappeared forever. But anyway, back on point. Now there's other females, much like the Bill Cosby thing, very suspicious by the way, that have come out and said like, oh, you know what? I agree. I was a little uncomfortable when I dated Toby. So again, for me, this is just more people piling on because they're like, oh, there's controversy. There's that spotlight that everyone wants a piece of. I can be in the spotlight and I don't have to do anything except for say a sentence. And then maybe if they, can pull some strings, then they can get some free cash, some free money. It wouldn't be the first time and it won't be the last time that someone has lied. It's a fucking fault of humanity. No matter how you want to slice it, people will throw you under the bus. You could be friends for your entire life, from kindergarten to the day you die. Someone could, at any given moment, throw you under the bus to try to gain something for themselves. So, the other girls said very similar accusations, although I don't think there was any others that accused rape. One said something along the lines of like, he ripped my shirt off, but it wasn't rape, it was consensual with that, so that was just like, I don't know, hot sex? Whatever. Either way, some of the other accusations were, drugs, like Toby was addicted to drugs. They never specified anything. Some said, oh, maybe cocaine, but then again, you're not serious, or you're not for sure, you're just guessing. Now, it wouldn't be the first time someone famous has done drugs. Fucking Miley Cyrus, man. You know how many pictures she posts of herself smoking a blunt or something? It's ridiculous. Now, I'm completely against, drugs and all that shit. But it doesn't change the fact that it's like Charlie Sheen. If Toby did do cocaine, I'm not saying he does, because I don't fucking know. Is that a problem? I mean, technically it's against the law, I guess. But is it like, oh, blah, 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 he raped me because of cocaine? No, you can't say that. And then there was a guy, a YouTuber, Philip DeFranco. I've heard of him. I've seen stuff of his every now and again. He's worked, I guess, with Toby in the past. And he kind of, threw Toby under the bus. And I'm like, wait, if you're at least you claimed at the time to be a friend, there you go, proving my point that you'll throw someone under the bus. So, and he said something along the lines of, there was a few things. He said that, um, they parted ways because he couldn't use Toby anymore. And so I'm like, wait, you couldn't use him anymore. So your credibility goes out the window. And what was the other thing he said? Uh, that Toby is addicted to being in the spotlight. He's addicted to surrounding himself with yes men or yes women, people who tell him yes and not no, and people who, you know, uh, basically people who praise him. Now, let me get this straight. You're accusing him of wanting to be accepted and being surrounded by people who accept him. That's what being a fucking human is. If you don't, that's called you're depressed. That's simple. As for all the other accusations, I can't say for sure if it's true or not. The simplest way, even though it's only like, 95% accurate or something, have Toby take a lie detector test. Simple as that. Honestly, though, this April Skywalker, to me, seems nothing like, what do you call it? Just the average girl. And I should also point out, I guess she was a fan of Toby's at one point, so yeah, I agree with the one thing about Philip saying that you shouldn't date a fan. Agree 100%. That's asking for trouble. But, back on point, I wanted to compare April Skywalker to a certain other crazy chick known as Zoe Quinn, known as Anita Sarkeesian. We live in the day and age where feminism runs rampant, where females are... It's a very sweet spot in time right now, where females can get away with pretty much anything. There was a story not that long ago I was reading, and I can't remember what it was. Something like a 24-year-old student teacher has sex with like a 17-year-old student, and everyone's, doing the double standard there. Well, if it was a guy and it was a girl student, then heads would roll. He'd be on death row. But since it's a girl, it's fine. My point is, girls are in an age where they can get away with shit because social media caters to them. Whether you fucking agree or not, I give no shit. It's the way it is. But my advice to Toby, as I said on a comment of his video, just swear off girls, man. Like, you can have friends who are girls, of course, but for relationships, I'm not saying go gay. I'm just saying be you. Live your life, have fun, and just, do what you want to do to have fun. It's that simple. So, I don't know. Accusing Toby of wanting to be in the spotlight. Every fucking one wants to be in the spotlight. Everyone's going to surround themselves with people who like them. That's just what you do. Who surrounds himself with people who, insult them and falsely accuse them of stuff? It's pathetic to think that would be the standard. So, I don't know if I have much more to say on the subject, but much like the Michael Jackson thing, much like the Bill Cosby thing, I'm on Toby's side for this one. I am. And whatever happened to one of the most proud things the United States has, the Americans always boast about? Innocent until proven guilty. Somewhere along the road, I don't know where or how this happened, it got flipped around. And now whenever there's a crime accused, it's guilty until proven innocent. How did that come about? I don't know. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking bullshit. But I don't know. We'll see where this story goes. I just want to wrap this up by saying, Toby, I'm still a fan. And as for the drugs thing, it's very similar to the WWE wrestler, well, he was in WWE back in the day, Jeff Hardy, who had been, accused numerous times of doing drugs outside of the business and whatnot. And, he'd been arrested a number of times, but he never actually went to jail. He was never actually what's the fucking word, sentenced to anything because the people never actually had any definitive proof. So I say the same thing to Toby as I did about Jeff Hardy, in the sense that I don't really give a shit what you do outside on your personal life. If you, for some reason, did drugs, like, you know how many people out there do weed and everything? I don't give a shit. It's your fucking life. Do what you want. But back with the Jeff Hardy Toby thing. With Jeff Hardy, I didn't care if he did drugs outside of out of wrestling. All I cared about was watching him perform. You know? So same with Toby. And I know people are going to say YouTubers are not the same on camera as they are in real life. And for the most part, you're absolutely true. And it was pointed out, I guess, that Toby's very eccentric and exciting, thrilling personality is him in real life, but he's more pushing the boundaries for what like his friends are acceptable of, but not necessarily what other people are. And people are going to wonder, well, what about you, OBA? Are you different off camera? You know, it's kind of the opposite for me in the sense that yes, I'm not quite the same as on Original Blood Ace as I am in real life, but it's the opposite where a lot of people seem to be like on YouTube, oh, super nice guy, off camera, complete asshole. One of the most jerkest, dickest people you could ever meet. With me, it's kind of the other way around, where on YouTube as an Original Blood Ace, or on IGN or wherever, I'm known as being an arrogant bastard. But that's kind of just, my boldness, my straight to the pointness, I don't put up with bullshit. But off camera, if we're not talking the video game industry or anything video game related, then I'm a really chill person who's pretty much borderline on shy. But, whatever. Everyone has two sides to themselves. That's never going to change. But I'll wrap this up once again by saying, Toby, I'm a fan of yours still. I may not watch your stuff anymore just because you kind of faded away from the stuff that I cared about watching you do. But still, hope you pull through this, and we'll see everyone in the next video.